Maybe you've started going to the gym for a couple of weeks, months, maybe even years, and yet you saw no visible progression. And you keep wondering why, because you've started doing everything good. You've started going on the self-improvement route. You're eating healthy, you're cutting off your bad habits, you're sleeping well, you're doing exercise, you're doing everything right. But there is one key factor that limits your growth and that hinders you, and that is your intensity. That is what you put in. Because as a wise man once said, the more you put in, the more you get out. Of course, if you want to strictly build muscle, if you work out for 5 hours a day with high intensity, you will not get better results. But we are just gonna use it as the more you put in, the more you get out. And that is something that you don't apply only into the gym, you apply it in every single thing that you want to be better at. For example, I want to get better at basketball, so I've started to stay in bed with my basketball. I sometimes sleep with it. I mean, I know it's crazy, but I've started to do it. And for example, if I'm in the bed and I don't know, I'm reading something, or sometimes I'm staying on my phone, I just hold the ball in my hand, and after like 5 minutes I just shoot to the wall, or sometimes I just shoot, and because I really want to improve in that category. And unfortunately I can't really go in the park because first of all I don't have a basketball court near me, and second of all it's pretty hard for me to go outside because right now it's cold and it's always dark, because I come from school at lunch, and it's a bit more complicated. So this is what I do right now. Of course that I will go and practice the shooting, but this is also something that I can do so that I can improve even if I don't have the time. But that is also a lot of work. It's a lot of time. It takes some time. So I do it more, I'm gonna get better. That is the simple equation. This is the time you put in, this is what you get. If you put in this time, you're gonna get this. If you put in this time, you're gonna get this. If you put in this time, you're gonna get this. Okay? So now coming back to the question that you probably want to know is, how do you train in the gym? Okay? And the short answer is, you go to failure. And I go to failure absolutely every set. And some guys say that you don't have to go to failure every set. You can leave 1 or 2 reps in reserve, maybe even 3, but I disagree with that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Not because they're not right, okay? You might be able to build more muscle and more strength if you don't go to failure absolutely every set. But going to the gym isn't the only reason that I go to the gym, just to get bigger and more muscular. It's also for my mental benefit. If the pain is there, I can do 3 more reps, but I stop because it's best for hypertrophy. How am I gonna feel about myself? Okay, I have the duty for myself to push past my limits every single time. Okay, if I'm sick and I'm feeling really bad today, that's something else. I might not be able to go to failure every set, but I still showed up and I still did the hard work. Okay, and that is the key, is consistency. Okay, so you have to be consistent, not once or twice a week. You have to be consistent. I think at least 3 times a week is the bare minimum. And go to failure every single set. And by failure, What I mean is, you cannot move the weight, but your muscles cannot move the weight, okay? I don't want you to hurt your joints, okay? And have shoulder injury or knee pain just because you listened to me and did one set heavy and now you ego lifted and then you can't do it for 3 months, okay? If you have pain in your shoulder or your knees or your elbows, please stop and do a warm-up, okay? Warm-ups are a great effective way, okay? So you want your muscles to be able to reach failure, and you might say that, okay, but do you get results out of it? And I can say that if by going to failure absolutely every time, beyond failure sometimes, way beyond failure, I developed a great pain endurance and a great mentality, and also I believe I maximized my gains with my knowledge that I had. Right now I'm way more wiser in terms of training, but I think I did maximize the possible gains that I had. Of course I ego lifted sometimes, I still do sometimes, but the form is way purer, way stricter, way better, and I did evolve. And I'm just gonna show you my physique after 1 month, 1 year and 3 months of lifting, okay? So and this is in good lighting, okay? So don't get me wrong, I probably don't look like this if I'm in front of you, but you get the point. Consistency is key. I'm not sure how I'm gonna show you my legs, but I just wanted to get a quick flex on the camera. So you want to train hard in everything you do, okay? You want to go the extra mile. You want to be at the finish line, because think about this. Nobody wants to go those extra 5 seconds, those extra 10 seconds. That is when you build it. That is when your mindset forms. That is when your growth forms. That is where your strength forms. That is when your character forms. When you go that 5 seconds, when you're all alone, nobody's gonna be there. Nobody does that. Very few people do it. You have to be one of them, okay? You have to go to the finish line. You have to, those 5 seconds are gonna be the longest 5 seconds. They're gonna be longer than the hours you've put in. The whole set, those are gonna be the longest 5 seconds. But you're gonna be alone. You're gonna do it. You might get help from a spotter, but it's still gonna be you, the pain, you're gonna feel it, okay? And that is what I want you to truly understand from this video. It's only one idea, it's that no matter what you do, you have to go beyond your limits, okay? Don't go way beyond your limits. For example, if I'm gonna go and do the 50s on incline, come on now. That's just dumb. I could try to do the 40s, even that's ego lift. Okay, even that is ego lift. But for example, now I'm on the 100 kilogram on bench. It's a bit past my limit, but it's not by much, you know. I get 4 reps, 3 to 4 reps, and I'm constantly improving. But it's hard. It's very hard. The technique is lacking, the strength is lacking. But now I'm improving by going hard, okay? So you got to go extremely hard. You have to be in pain if you want to grow. Because if you don't want to do the work and put in the sweat, tears and blood, then what are you gonna get out? If you put nothing in, how can you get anything out? Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. So don't forget, this translates to absolutely everything. Do it consistently, do it hard. Put your absolute focus into what you're doing. If you're working for a project, you're working in IT, don't stay with your YouTube open on your laptop or on your phone. You have to enter a state of deep work, a state of pure concentration. So you will be able to do absolutely everything at max capacity, so you will be able to improve. Okay, so don't forget, stay consistent, go hard, and go with quality over quantity. Okay, I hope you got something out of this video. I hope it encouraged you to go that extra mile, that extra meter, that extra second, and I hope that together we will be able to achieve new heights, and together we could create a better future for ourselves, for our kids, and for everyone. But without hard work and discipline, we will do nothing, okay? So I guess I'll see you next time. Don't forget, go hard.